Well, welcome to our online class, OTS 863. I'm Shirley O'Brien, as you have met me already by looking at our course site. So I just want to go over a couple quick things about, like, where do we begin, what do we do, where do you find me? For those of you that know me, I usually get dressed up. You'll see me in t-shirts for the summer as I do videos. You'll find me on vacation some places where I will check in and find a place to contact with you, but I will be online with you through the summer months. We'll start in June, end up the end of July, beginning first week in August. I'll provide Monday summaries after the modules are complete, called Sentiments with Shirley, and you'll get to see that after the first week. So let's kind of go through this PowerPoint. Maybe. Okay, so where do you begin? Well, you begin at the beginning. You look through the left-hand side of your screen, you find out about the technology requirements, look at your course syllabus, the topical outline, print those. The grading procedures and rubrics are in the assignment folder. Textbook requirements, now is the time to get your textbook. Also, you'll see in the introductory module, I have you getting your readings from interlibrary loan. Now's the time to get them all done, get them all put together. Sometimes I've had students divvy up and say, hey, I'll get week one article and then share them with each other. Because of fair use copyright laws, I cannot post those for you. So that's why you have to use the library sources. There are some what are those? Some articles that come from AOTA, from the practice magazines, that not everybody in the class, because it's interdisciplinary, will have access to. So those are designated on the course syllabus as on Blackboard. We'll be doing blogs for discussion. We'll have a virtual office blog. That's where you post your questions about what's going on for that week, unless it's something personal in nature. So if you have a question about an assignment or about I can't access something, then I'm sure other people do. So it's easier to deal with the technology that way. Also, for your blogs, you should use the subscribe function so you know when people are contacting or when people are working. So there's a lot of interactive activity for online learning. We use blogs, wikis, journals, discussion boards. Our discussion boards are going to be more informational postings, but the blogs will where we will do our team discussions. So this is what our course site looks like. You'll see I have an arrow pointed start here. You, go through the meet your professor, the course contact info. The welcome is where you found this, so that I guess you've already been in there. Some first steps just about access of information. You go down and you'll find where the announcements are, virtual office, discussion board, and then all of the course materials. So please access the course materials at this point in time. Now, you may want to know how it is that I set up online classes. I know for some of you, this is your first true online class. For others of you, you're old hat at this. But this is the method to my madness. And I just came from a conference, a teaching conference called Pedagogicon, and it talked about we needed to be more transparent online. So I follow this community of inquiry model in setting up all of my online classes. There's engagement that the participants have with each other. There's interaction with the course materials that you're reading of them, and there's interaction with me. So it's really kind of putting in that teaching presence. So I kind of dictate right now of how I've put the course materials together, but then we move into that engagement piece and the interactive piece for what you want to get. So the whole interactive experience does require us to set up some kind of social climate and supporting discourse. And that has to happen online. So that's why I do Zoom videos, and they get transferred into YouTube so that you'll have the transcript along with that. So that kind of just gives you some of the background instructional design parts of this course. Now, the other piece of this course is, from good pedagogy, typically we follow Bloom's taxonomy. And when you look at what you will be doing with prepping your materials, the reading, the watching the videos, you're really working at a lower level of Bloom's called understanding and remembering facts. So we'll hopefully get you to, through the discussion blogs, apply the material for discussion in your peer comments to each other. I'm hoping to move you into an analysis phase so that you're analyzing what else is going on out there with the way people are thinking. Most of my assignments are set up to move you through Bloom's from apply to analyze to evaluate materials. And you'll see there are going to be pieces in here where you have to create, which is the highest order of learning. So if I can get you to do that, that's where you'll remember more of this information for future use. I haven't explained this before to students, so please let me know what you think about me putting this slide in here. Now, our work pattern, what do we do? Well, I always preview models. Some people like to work ahead, so all modules will be open for preview Saturday, Sunday. And depending on how it goes for the summer, if you want, I can open all of the modules from here on in. But please, we'll talk about that during the introductory module and see, what is your learning? What do you want? Because if you do want me to, I can open them to allow you to work ahead, get your content ahead of the time period, because I know you go on vacation. It's summer. One of the pieces, though, is that our module will be open for reading, reviewing of content Monday through Wednesday. On Wednesday, you'll be posting your synthesis of what you took from the information. And then we'll move into team discussions on Thursday and Friday. And then over the weekend will be your time to go back through all of the comments, all of the team comments for a Gestalt review. It's like what we do when we're in class. You have to do some preparatory work. You get to your class and we're sitting at a table. Your table is your team and you begin discussing amongst each other. And then at the end of class, we come back for the big group discussion, and that's that's the Gestalt part of it. So, but what you'll be doing is reading it more online for your Saturday, Sunday activities. We will have individual work on assignments and some groups. And then on Mondays, by 3, I'll be posting a synthesis with a summary of the information from the previous week called, what do I call those things? Sentiments with Shirley. Sorry, I'm losing my little train of thought here. Okay, so that's our week and the way we'll be working. Now, when do we meet? We don't meet. We're online. If we need to have some kind of synchronous chat, please let me know. I'll have office hours as needed. Now, this introductory module is your time to explore the course site, practice the technology. You'll see you'll have to do an introductory wiki. Again, look, for those of you who have never done a wiki, this gets you started with there. Get all of your readings together for the entire summer this time during the introductory module. And then we have some activities to complete in the introductory module just to make sure you've gone through it and put it together. Now, time management, just to remind you, time management is really important. Schedule a time when you're going to work, be flexible. Usually, you're thinking about a 3-hour class. It's going to take you at least 8 to 10 hours a week to work on. I ask that you check in during this summer session, a minimum of 3 times. Subscribe to the discussion boards, the blogs, the virtual office. That way you know when someone has questions, they may be the same questions that you have. Now, IT, you do have tech support 24/7 for Blackboard. Where do you call if you got a problem? 622-3000, area code 859. They are in Combs, but the expectation is not for you to go there. And I know because some of you have taken online classes, you know where to, how to access Blackboard 24/7. So please put together a backup plan. Do not leave things let go till late. If you know that you have to have something done by 11:59, it should be your goal to get it done by 6 o'clock that day, or work ahead so it is in there. So before we get started, there are 8 things you need to know. Stay current, stay in touch, be able to communicate in your writing, have access to the required technology, have a backup plan when the technology might fail, allow time in your weekly schedule to practice with the content, be self-motivated and self-disciplined, have your textbooks and all readings in hand before the first day of class. So we have this first week for an introductory module. Use it effectively. I look forward to working with you. Take care.